All right. What's up, Mega Like Geeks and Freaks? All right. So today we got some packages in the mail. Hopefully everybody can hear me. I hope so. If you can't, well, just let me know. All right. I'm pretty sure this is working fine. I just threw this together real fast last minute. Before I get started today, um, I have a very special announcement. It's the most special of the special, better than a Red Ryder BB gun. That's right. So this next Monday in 1 week at 7:30, we're going to do a live, and we're going to have Jason Schiermeyer from White Elephant Toyz on here. He's going to talk about, I'm going to let him talk about what he wants to talk about. A lot of his upcoming toys. You guys know Jason's done. He's worked on recently the Horrible Mummy, which we just got the other day. He's worked on the Bog Monster, which you're going to see today. Good evening, John. How are you? John's new here. Actually, unless you've been in, John, I haven't seen you. Very good evening to you, sir. Jason's also worked on some of the minis. We have the oh my God, the Fiends. We have the my God, I don't remember what they're called. Damn it! I hate when I do that. I really hate when I do that. I didn't prepare any of this. I'm just kind of doing my thing. You are well. Good. I'm very glad to have you with us as we move forward. I will get them together. Oh, I'm like doing really bad. I'm already off on a bad foot. But next Monday at 7:30, I'm going to have Jason Schiermeyer live so he can talk to you about all of his projects, including some of the ones I'm going to show you today, some ones I showed you the other night. Jason's also working on his redoing the Super Joes figures. He is remaking Super Joes. With his own flavor of things. He also has some other projects he's working on that I will let him bring to light. I don't want to talk for him or anything like that because he's got all the stuff there, but I had a small chat with him tonight and was very excited for the package I got from them today. So why don't we get started? Now, before I get started, I've been on this crazy knockoff kick for these LJN Mr. Action knockoff vehicles, G.I. Joe knockoff vehicles. And I found 2 of the green ATVs and one of the C sled, and I just won another ATV. It's in rough shape, another C sled. And we got the mobile base tower over there, but I was so excited to get them because they're knockoffs and they're hard to find. So this, I believe, goes to the C sled set. And I think Brian Sanchez was sending me one, but since I got a second one, I found this one. And yep, it's the second one. And if this is the one Sanchez is finding or has for me, it'll be great because I'll be able to now have one for each. See, there's a knife in there and a sheath. These actually go to the C sled. I'm not taking them out of the bag right now because I wound up losing before the show is over. But these are knockoffs, similar to G.I. Joe. They are not G.I. Joe. They're knockoffs. All right. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. So Jason, as part of an incentive for you guys to come watch and for you guys to come learn and you guys to get excited and maybe find some potential Christmas gifts in your future or something for someone else. If you like to do something nice for a fellow collector, somebody in your family who collects, or even for one of your secret Santas, perhaps. Jason will be working with me to come up with some prizes for you guys, some giveaways, if you will. We're not going too crazy. You're not getting $1 million G.I. Joe, Super Joe. Not getting a whole set of them, but we'll come up with a little something for you guys, and so on. Brian Heiler from Pod Stallions likes his knockoffs. Yes, he does. He loves his knockoffs. He sure does. That's that's an understatement. That's true, John. That's an understatement. All right. So what do we have here today? I'm actually excited to get this. Dude, that's too funny. That's too funny. This is actually This is the G.I. Joe goes to the, I forget what the set's called. It's like the Secret Agent set or something. And this is actually, it's an attaché case. Inside of it comes, let's get this out, comes it's all molded to fit the parts. I have one of these. I actually have the whole Joe. He's complete and mint, except the hinges broke. This plastic gets brittle over time. So I got a replacement one. It comes with, I think I've seen this to you guys before, this Luger, which I think, yeah, that goes into here, except it's not grabbing very tight. I think that needs a little tightener. So that would actually go into here. And then there's a barrel for the front. If I can get this friggin' thing together. Is this maybe the wrong Luger? I think this is the wrong Luger because that doesn't seem to fit there too well. I think they used a replacement Luger. Maybe they did. I don't know. They did or they didn't. It looks like that Luger actually looks like that's not the original G.I. Joe Luger. The more I look at it, I got one over there, which is probably what doesn't fit in there. But I needed the case because I broke the ones that I have had a broken hinge. So it's excited to get the case. So let's see. Is that the right one? Damn, size-wise, it sure as hell looks like it fits. Interesting. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. We are huge Pod Stallion fans over here, by the way, John. Huge. The hugest of the huge. Oh, I think it's just the barrel needs a little bit of I think the thing needs a little bit of adjustment. Okay. So we will work on that for another day. Where the hell is this going? This is going over here. All right. Anyway, let's get this back together. Let's see, I remember the attaché case from the $6 Million Man, Oscar Goldman. That was the exploding briefcase, I think is what you're talking about. That is a great toy. That's a fantastic toy. That's actually one of my favorites, to be honest with you, but I don't own one. I have several of the $6 Million, just a few of the figures, Bionic Woman. I have the Maskatron, which I never had as a kid. Probably one of my favorites. By the way, what I like about this set is, I don't know if he put this in here. This came with it, but shows you how to put the damn gun together, which is really cool. I think that came with it. I'm assuming G.I. Joe had some good stuff in there. All right. Yes, I agree. I even have the knockoff L'Homme à quatre visages, L'Homme Robot, the robot man of 4 faces. And he's a Maskatron knockoff. He's very cheap. Very, very cheap. I'll bring him out again one day. They made him in blue and green. I have the probably less common green version, if you will, which I told was originally came boxed, which is the carded version. He's got the Planet of the Apes Cornelius mask face. So the Maskatron that you give $6 Million Man is the Maskatron John Saxon face. It's got the Oscar Goldman and the Steve Austin face. The L'Homme à quatre visages has his robot face, which is there's no removable bionics. It's just a sticker on there. He's got Planet of the Apes face, Cornelius. He's got, actually, it's an LJN Mr. Action face. So it's kind of like a knockoff G.I. Joe, bearded. And the last one is, oh my God, I forgot what the last one is. Oh, the John Saxon face. The one looks like the John Saxon. Anyway. What is up, Mr. Coy Dean Muncie? Coy Dean. Sprouting Dean's. Coy, you have a YouTube channel? I'm assuming Dean's Toy Box. I'm assuming that's your YouTube channel. If you do, I will go look for it and I will watch and subscribe. I encourage you guys to like and subscribe. Lots of good guys in here doing good stuff. Rich Hurley, Dr. Durant, Johnny Shedrick, MIB Master Toy Museum, David Eon, Open by Chance, Vintage Toys. Lots and lots and lots of good stuff. There's plenty more out there as well. Yes, you do. Okay, so Dean's Toy Box is another one to take a look out for. Coy Dean Muncie. He is Amigo-like. By the way, we are up to 712 members. We surpassed I hope we could get to 700 by December 31st. It just soared. And Thomas Sawyer said we're going to hit 715 by the end of the year. And we're 3 away. And that was since the day before yesterday. And they said, well, we have to go. Somebody said we're going to 730. I don't know if that was Ched Bob or Thomas Sawyer. I forget. It looks like they're pushing the envelope. I feel like Kramer and Seinfeld, where they just a little bit of gas, keep going, see how far they could go. David and Johnny are definitely worth checking out. Yes, David and Johnny are definitely worth checking out. You only have a few videos out. That's okay. That's all right. That's okay. We don't worry about that. I only have a few videos too. Only have a few videos that are worth watching. How's that? Dean Verge, the madman from Canada, the Canadian crazy over there. Dean, you did all kinds of shit for Twisted Amigo Theater, right? Back in the day when it was in, was it Toy Fair? I think it was. God, it's been a while. I think you did a lot of the stuff for that, didn't you? Or you did some stuff for that? I think, didn't Charlie Flat do some of that too? You got Charlie E. Flat do some of that too? I'm not sure. Don't let me throw out misinformation, but okay, so you did do that. All right. So you did do that. How did they reach out to you, Dean? Did they just find you? Did they just find you? Did you reach out to them or did they oh, Charlie was the first, okay. Or did you I don't know, did you write to them? Did you send them pictures? Did they see you posting? Because things were a little different back then as far as finding people on the internet. There was no, I don't think you were doing it when there was Facebook, right? I don't think you were doing it then. I don't think so. So just a quick reminder, Monday at 7:30. Actually, let me throw this up here. I'm going to put a little caption up here for you guys. Let's put a little caption here. Shall we do a caption? Let's do a caption. Let's add a caption. What's Monday's date? Monday is the 12th. Okay. Let's put a quick caption. Monday, December 12th at 7:30 p.m. EST. We will be doing a live with myself and Jason Shearmeyer of White Elephant Toyz. I'm sure something's going to come up that's going to probably make me laugh. All right, here we go. Ready? There. Oh, that's not the one. Well, I actually got the name Frightful Fiends and Gruesome Geeks because I couldn't remember all the ones that they did. I got the names all wrong. So sorry about that, Jason. But now they're up there, so you know what they are. But here we go. Monday, December 12th, 7:30 p.m. EST. We'll be doing a live with myself and Jason Shearmeyer of White Elephant Toyz. Jason will be talking about all of his stuff, including his new stuff that I know a lot of people been talking about, his Super Joes that he's making. Jason's going to have some other things to reveal to you guys. I know some of it came up already, but imagine he's going to redo Super Joes in his own fashion. And I don't mean like he's just going to make some action figure called Super Joe. They're going to be true to the tale, but he will be doing his own things with some of them. I'm sure he'll come up with some new ideas. He also showed me some ideas for a 12-inch G.I. Joe, I think on a muscle body, I think what he said, that he showed me some stuff for that, which was really, really cool. I thought that was pretty exciting. Just kinds of crazy cool stuff. Let's see. They asked. Oh, so Dean says they asked to see some of my stuff. Some a bunch of head sculpts, and so via FedEx. Okay, very cool. Yeah, Jason's on a mission. All right. So lots of good stuff. So tune in Monday. We got a lot of good stuff going on. So this came in the mail today. This came from Mercari. He's wicked tight in his regular joints. That's what she said. His other joints are a little loosey goosey, if you will. There is always the clear ones are always a little, because I guess they got that special hinge in there. But he's wicked tight here. Let's see. Does his hand spin? Do we have the spinner? We do. Let's see if his hand spins, shall we? So you guys all know him. That's yeah, he spins. That is Atomic Man or Mike Power, not Powers. I was getting that wrong. Believe it or not, yeah. Believe it or not, I thought his hands would be a little. Sanchez even said to me, he goes, "Those hands look like they might be a little." No, they are not crusty, nor are they. These are some. He's got some good hands. So his hands are. They're not crusty. I think he just needs a little bit of a cleaning. He doesn't have his helicopter pack, but this is my second one. Let's see. Let's see. Can I get his eye to work? Look, he's winking at you. That's Hasbro's version of the bionic eye that Kenner put out on the $6 Million Man. This was basically their answer to that. He's a great figure. This one's actually, I mean, seriously, he's really tight, and his outfit is pristine. Now he's missing. I don't know if these shorts are the right ones. I got to check. I think these are the right shorts. No, I got to check. I don't remember. I'm not an expert in these. I always have to go to my G.I. Joe experts for that kind of stuff. So I usually wind up talking to either Randall Wall, Danny Gates, Brian Sanchez, or any other number of Joe collectors, and a lot of the Joe groups that I joined recently. They're just fantastic people. But yeah, so I was very excited. He's actually my third one. He's my second American one. I did get the European one with the flocked head and the ticker that you can push in there. Love that damn thing. Love it. You got him when you were 6. Wow. Mike Power, the Atomic Man. There we go. Dean Verge got me the right name. Mike Power, the Atomic Man. I never had him as a kid. I only had flocked-headed Joes with the beards. Yeah, he actually does look good. Like in the pictures, I thought he was gonna be a little crazy. Dude, like his shit's tight, man. Let me see. Yeah, look, his shit ain't. That's tight. Like it feels, man. It almost feels like this guy wasn't played with. Well, I guess he's missing whatever was on his feet. I forget what's on his feet because I got another one over there. Nobody's tight. He's fucking tight. He really is. He's in actually really good shape. And it wasn't too bad. He cost me $58 shipped, I think it was. Or maybe I paid 58 plus shipping. I forget. I think it's 58 plus shipping. He wanted more. He took less. It doesn't have the gyrocopter thing, but I got that over there. But I thought he was pretty good. I've been watching stuff going on Mercari. If you guys aren't checking it out, I don't like throw anybody's secret up there because it's not. But some guys are getting some wicked deals on some vintage GI Joes. I think I said this yesterday. Somebody got a painted head Joe and a flocked head Joe, and they're in great shape for like $71 for the two of them. Love to restore vintage Joe or Action Man one day. Coy, you could do that. Matter of fact, for those you guys who are doing the Joes, if you're not in the Michael Hinchman, I believe is in our group. Michael Hinchman's in our group. He does a lot of Joe stuff. He posts so many GI Joe pictures and like outdoors and shit. I don't know how he does it all. The guy's man, he does a lot of cool stuff, but he's got some great groups. You can reach out to him. I can post some links to some of the Joe groups I'm in. There's a ton of them, but he does some really good ones. Danny Gates and Brian Sanchez are excellent for vintage GI Joe stuff. If you're talking about the older stuff, like the 60s, 70s, if you're doing, I think the newer stuff, there's a lot of guys in our group, and I know Johnny Shedrick's one of them that collects, I think, from like the 90s and the 2000s and so on. We're in some Joe groups. Oh yeah, we are in some Joe groups. Yeah, I know because Dean, Dean corrected me. I posted my last one. That was you, Dean. Right? Dean's like, the name's wrong. Everybody's getting it wrong. I'm like, I know. I think he'll stand on his own. Yeah, he'll stand on his own. There you go, Mike Power. That's not bad. He stands on his own. All right, fantastic. Well, I'm excited to have him. I got to go find some 12-inch doll stands. My wife gets me 8-inch stands from AliExpress.com, which they come from China, but they're wicked cheap, and they get here in a couple of weeks, and they're worth the money. Because if I go to the store and buy them, the stands are pretty expensive. But I have to figure out the Joes. You have to be careful because they're sold as doll stands, and they're usually sold in centimeters, which 20 centimeters is about 8 inches, and 30 centimeters is about 12 inches. So you're talking G.I. Joe or Action Man, they'd be 30 centimeters. Bionic Man would probably be about 35, maybe 33. I'm not sure. And Migos and so on and knockoffs like that in the 8-inch scale would be in a 20 centimeter. But you have to be careful because when they say doll stands, a lot of dolls have a very tiny waist. They make, like even a Barbie's tall, but it's got a very tiny waist. You don't get that with a G.I. Joe. You don't get it with the $6 million man. And if you buy a 30 centimeter doll stand, it's got the little tiny clip. It's not going to hold. It's not going to hold. All right, let's move on to the next package. This is my package and my order from White Elephant Toyz. And I've known Jason for a long time. I think my first in-person with Jason was at Mego Meet 2019 when they were there. He was there with his wife. She had her whole Galloping Gal stuff set up. And they were in the corner. Like as you walked in the room, they were all the way in the back corner on the left. And then that whole wall was Castaway Toys. David Lee and Jason were setting all that stuff up. But yeah, so that's where I first met Jason in person. And that's also where you know who swiped one of their bandless bodies, and put it up and said, look what Migo's making. And sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but that was pretty screwy. That was pretty crappy to do someone. But in any case, years later, it took them to get that stuff together because the bandless body that they said they were making in 2019, but it just came out, I don't know how many months. I don't know. I don't really follow them within the last 6 months. I don't know. So it takes that long to build something off of one you already had in your hand. Clearly it wasn't yours. All right. So let's see what we have. What did we order from White Elephant Toyz? And if you want to know where White Elephant Toyz is, you can go on Facebook, look up White Elephant Toyz. In our group, you can post a message. Jason Schiermeier's in there. Just post, hey, or we can send links. I'll put some links up in Facebook group, in our Amigo Like Facebook group. If you're not on our Amigo Like Facebook group, you might want to join. It's a lot of fun. It's a very open conversation. You can talk about anything. You're not going to get kicked, banned, or smacked around unless you're a complete dick. If you're a complete dick and a douchebag, well, expect to get what reap what you sow. You're allowed to have a difference of opinion. You don't have to agree with everyone. You don't even have to like anything the admins like or anybody else, because I know that goes on a lot of groups. But if you're out there screaming your mama's a hoe or something like that and just causing a ruckus, well, reap what you sow, bro. That's all there is to it. Okay. Let me see some of these comments. Dean, okay, Coy would go vintage. Okay. So Coy, Danny Gates, the reason I said Danny Gates, he's in Australia, obviously. He has a ton of Action Man figures, and he has over 500 G.I. Joes and Action Man. It's ridiculous. There's a guy that does some really good videos on toy repairs. I don't know if he's done G.I. Joe, but I imagine he has. His video on YouTube is Toy Poloi, Poloi, if I remember. He fixes everything. He's ridiculously good. And he actually uses a lot of Lego pegs and shit to fix stuff. Matter of fact, I used a Lego peg to fix one of my Judah Maccabee figures. The ankle snapped off. So I was going to do a video, and I'm like, fuck it. So you drill the hole through the plastic where it snapped off for a little extra reassurance. You can get a very thin, round fiber or kind of paperboard or very, very thin metal washer. Glue it to the inside of the ankle. So even if the ankle cracks or the pin goes through, a lot of times it cracks on the bottom, you can put that on and you could put it back together and it works great. It really works great. You've watched Dave since okay. So you watched Dave since he started. Fantastic. Okay, good. Good. You've seen his collection. Okay. Very, very good. I've seen some white elephant. Yes, there are white elephant figures on YouTube. Jason's in a lot of stuff. Matter of fact, Jason's doing, is it Tula? I forgot. Tula, I think her name is. He's doing an action figure with Brian Heiler on that. Love Jason. Great guy. I'm talking about the other one. All right. So let's see what we got. Sorry, John. If you're not in all the inside shit that goes on, none of that makes any sense to you. All right. So we're going back to the Frightful Fiends series. If you remember, we've got the Horrible Mummy that just came in because Jason was kind enough to send that. I actually have from Ryan Shaw. He sent me a mold from the original sculpt that he did. He sent that to me in the mail, which was cool. And I know Jason, David grabbed Ryan's design and said, hey, we want to make a figure out of it. This figure over here, they're actually, if I remember, is modeling after a Lincoln Dracula. The one next to him is an Azrak Hamway International, or Azrak Hamway Azrak Hamway Action 8 Man. Let me make sure I get that right. Wolfman, I believe. Zombie. Matter of fact, I think that zombie is kind of like the one they did in Castaway. And as you can tell, a lot of these are glow in the dark. The colors indicate glow in the dark. As a matter of fact, it looks like they all have some kind of glow in the dark component to them. With like a Frankenstein, again, based off, if I'm correct, off the Lincoln International one. I actually have one over there, partial one. The Bog Monster. I think that's an original design, but don't hold me to that. I'm sorry, that's not a wolf. Is that a Wolfman? Oh, then we have this Wily Wolfman, which is the one that came. Actually, I have to show you guys that. Wolfman over there. I'll bring that up. It wasn't done on White Elephant Toyz. It was on Plastic Zombie Toys. And this one, which I am dying to see this one. This is just like a female character in a hood, half skull, half flesh. Badass. All right. So should we open the box? Let's take a look. Let's see if we can get the box open. Let's see if my trick will work without ruining the box. All right. I always go from the bottom. And the idea is to unlock the two tabs, the blunt side of anything. And I usually like to use a longer flat blade so it doesn't rip. We just kind of gently, you have to be very careful. We don't want to rip it. There we go. We just get the lock to release on either side. Let's see if we can get the other one to release. So I don't want to damage it or anything, and I don't want to ruin it. And I'm sure if I asked Jason to sell me a box because I screwed one up, he'd probably sell me one. He'd probably just give it. Know the kind of guy he is. But I'm trying not to do that because I don't want to mess up. Okay, come on, baby. Open up. Johnny Cedric right now is his breathing has stopped. He is going into cardiac arrest. I still, to this day, I talk to Johnny, and I do not know how that man doesn't open his stuff. You got to give him credit, man. Johnny has the discipline, crazy amounts of discipline on there. All right, let's see what we got. All right, let's see. I actually watch a lot of you guys. Oh, I watch and follow Brian, Jason S. I don't know who Jason S is. Is that Seville? Seville, David Eon, and Johnny. I know Brian Sanchez and Rockford JR too. I guess Jason S is Seville. I don't follow him, John. I don't really watch what he does. Yeah, good. We're glad you learned a lot. Yeah, I don't follow him because he kind of doll shames people when they talk an ambassador and he doesn't like what they say. If that's who we're talking about, I don't like when people do that. I don't think that's nice, but that's okay. So, actually, what I love. Okay, so here's the deal. So I love the figures primarily. Well, I love that somebody's making something out of passion and love. And I know Jason and we work with Davis, they did a lot of stuff for their passion and they did it. And I love that they can make a quality figure that's even better than something from a company that's been established as a business selling in retail, that these guys can make an action figure. But Brent Sorensen from Brent Styles is the same thing. Makes, in my opinion, better quality stuff than the stuff at Numigo. Just better details, better packaging, better everything. I just think he does a great job. But what I really love about this more than anything else, which is one of the reasons I got it, was like, I don't know if I'm going to get it. Yeah, well, I don't know. It's full glow in the dark, and I love that. And let's see if I can get that see if I can turn a little bit so you guys can see. So you can see he's got his glow in the dark feet, his glow in the dark hands, and he has very much his own style hands. His head, and it looks like he got his eye blasted out. If you take a look, and he actually has a scar, his scar is going across his eye. Full glow in the dark. He has this kind of, the outfit, it's like a onesie, right? It's a onesie with snaps. Got snaps going. It's kind of this like old kind of linen material, like this mummy linen material. And then they've got, I don't even know how he got this stuff on here. How do you get this on? Is this like a vest? So he's got this material on here, gives it that swampy look to it. Well, it's the bog monster, right? So we're in the bog. If you don't know what a bog is, please look it up on Google. It's B-O-G, like dog, but with a B, okay? Yes, they do. So that's the one thing with these guys, and they've always done, is they've always tried to keep it vintage. But what they do that's better with their figures, what they've always been doing since they invented this body style, this bandless body. It's bandless 100%. It doesn't snap. You can put its leg up. You can kick. You can do whatever you want. It doesn't snap. It doesn't break because there's no skinny little pin hinge holding it. They actually used real engineering to engineer something that wouldn't break. I mean, obviously, if you ran over it with a car, you could probably snap it. But what I love about this is the bandless body. And if I was to open this on the back, you would see the screws, the tiny little screws here that hold it together. And the body has weight to it. It's heavy. I'd have to say it's pretty close to this Joe. I'd have to say it feels like it. Head's fantastic. Now, these are not spun up on Jason's 3D printer. These are made in China and shipped back to the U.S. Here, let's do this. There we go. They're shipped back to the U.S. where he's selling them. He has these ready. They are packed and they are ready for sale. I bought 2. I'm actually probably going to buy another mummy, at least in a bog monster, maybe 2 more of each. I got a little extra cash. I want one out, and so on. I actually want some of the extra Wolfmen too. So my idea was to put these things up on the shelf in my office because I finally divulged to my office that I have 40-year-old virgin tendencies. They laughed their ass off for a while. Once, just once. No, I'm just kidding. They don't really care. But yeah, I would love to have these out, and the idea would be really, I mean, to get these. I love the fact that they use some of the Azrak Hamway styles in the Lincoln Monsters, and it's funny when I talked to a long time ago. Now, David Lee's not doing with Jason anymore, but when I talked to David ages ago when he was starting Plastic Zombie Toys, he said, I have some ideas for stuff I'm going to do. And we were talking, and he was talking about doing something. And I said, David, I said, I don't know why people don't rehash the Tomlins or the Ahai or the Lincoln Monsters. And he starts smiling. And I go, what's up? He's like, well, you kind of hit on something. And I'm like, what, Tomlins? He's like, well, maybe. I said, Ahai. He said, yeah. So he said to me, we're going to be molding some of those and making them into new action figures, which I thought is outstanding because Lincoln Monsters, there's no license to them, neither Ahai. You can get those things and make all you want all day long. And they're some of the most sought after if you're a knockoff collector or even a monster collector. They're so sought after. I don't know why people haven't done it. But then Brent got smart, and Brent started making 8-inch versions on better bodies, like Mego style bodies of the Tomlin figures. I was like, he's fucking brilliant. He's so smart, and people are buying them. Because if you can't find a Tomlin, because some of these things are hundreds or thousands of dollars. I mean, the Mummy on the card, somebody wants 30 grand for it. 30 grand? Damn, son. Anyway, but he got smart and he did that. And these guys went and took advantage of these styles and designs that are very sought after and very collectible, and they wanted. So I found out when I got the little minis, if you will, that monster is just White Elephant. That's his name. Jason told me it's White Elephant. And that the idea behind these figures was to give them, make sure I don't speak on behalf of Jason, but to give them that retro look, that retro appeal, but to last, that they weren't going to fall apart when you grabbed them or you lifted his leg up to put him in a pose, that they would actually last and so on. The fact that they're glow in the dark to me makes them even more desirable to collect. They really are. Like I said, I'm like, I don't know. Maybe, yeah, okay, yeah, and like to support my friends and stuff and what they do, but I'm going to tell you, it's really cool. It doesn't. There we go. It shows a lot better in person than on this shitty camera on my laptop. But I will tell you that I love it. I really do. I love stuff I can show you guys. I'll gently pick some stuff up. I've showed this stuff before. I don't know if you guys could see, but if you take a look up there, those are Castaway Toys. Cheng Pao, which was molded. Let's see if I can do it. Which was molded after a Fighting Furies. It's an 8-inch version of a Fighting Furies Captain Hook. Then they took the Ghost of Captain Kidd Fighting Furies, and what they did was they molded him into a Jesse James and a Jesse James glow in the dark Ghost of Jesse James. There's the Creepy Classics. There's some of Buck's figures as well, and they have some original Castaways here on the wall next to me. I have the 8-inch flocked-headed, I call them G.I. Joe's Adventure Team that Castaway Toys did as well. And they did so many cool figures. And when I got rid of my collection, I sold everything, and I really shouldn't have. Now I really regret it because those were some of my favorites. They really were. But anyway, and if anybody, by the way, is getting rid of the Wily Wolfman, the glow one would be ideal. I want to take a glow one out of the package. Regular one's fine too. I think somebody said they're getting rid of one. So if you're getting rid of one and you see this, please reach out to me. Let me know what you want for it. Maybe we could work out a deal. Okay, so there he is, the Bog Monster. I bought 2. Actually, I'll show you one in the box, and I'll show you one open. I bought two. I'm not going to tell you to run out and buy them, but he does have figures. They are in stock. I ordered. They shipped immediately. He's already got them ready to go. I don't know if he has any more of these. These are some of my other favorites that Jason did. I love this figure. I know he's working on something else, but the Murderous Maiden Lilith figure. I know the glare is like really shitty. Sorry, guys. But fantastic. These are using the bodies that I don't know if Jason or his wife or the two of them together and if he's probably typing on Facebook now, and I can't see his messages. But they came up with these female bodies, and they're fantastic. They really are. Where is my mummy? Let me get my mummy. I'll pull the Wolfman out of that. I'm not taking him out of the baggie, but I'll pull him out so I can show you on the header card that he came on. Show the action team. Oh, you want me to show the G.I. Joe? Okay, hang on. Oh, Sanchez came in. Hey, Sanchez. I'd rather collect action than drink alcohol, get violent, and fight. John, I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. But sometimes you got to put foot to ass. That's all there is to it. Sometimes you got to say, you can be nice to a point, but sometimes you just have to draw a line in the sand. But I agree with you. I agree with you. Sanchez, here is the Mike Power Atomic Man, Mike Power figure. Dude, he's wicked crisp. This is a little loose, and I don't know if that's like that when you first get him, but dude, everything else is like, it's like he's new out of the box, man. Not those, but these joints, like, solid. He's clean as shit. And his hands, dude, I thought his hands would be all like messed up. They're not. I'm actually squeezing them and they're not breaking into those rubber pieces where they disintegrate. He's in really good shape. I got lucky with him. All right, let me get the other ones. Let me show you that. I'll show you guys the 8-inch action team, G.I. Joe Adventure Team, into an 8-inch figure that they did with Castaways. You're gonna shit if you never saw them before. They're fantastic. You mean you won't ban us if we don't go but 10 of each? That is buy 10 of each. Yes, Coidine, that is correct. If you don't buy 10 of each, I won't ban you. But if you don't buy 9 of each or 11 of each, I will ban you. Just kidding. You've got the Lilith. Yes, I have the Lilith. Did you not get the Lilith, John? If Jason's watching, I don't know if he is, because if he was typing on Facebook last time, I couldn't see. But if you don't have the Lilith and you're interested, you want to reach out to Jason, right? Schermeyer. And he's in our Amigo Like group. If you're not in our Amigo Like, John, I don't know if you're in our Amigo Like group on Facebook. If you're not, feel free to join. Jason's in there. You could talk to him directly. You could talk to him, whatever. Post messages. He may have extras. I know he had 300 of them when he first put them out. I don't know what his numbers are now. If he sold them all, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, but I'm not sure. Let me see. Sweet. And yes, on Monday, please check them out. On Monday, December 12th at 7:30 p.m., I'll be doing a live and bringing Jason on board so he can talk about his stuff and you guys can ask him questions and find out everything that's going on, because he's got a lot of shit going on. A lot of shit going on. He really does. So Mr. Dean Verge, I say Dean, I say Coy Muncie and Dean Verge. If you didn't get the Lilith figure, dude, if you didn't get the Lilith figure, I would tell you guys, get it. You'll never find a female body on a figure like that. It's ridiculous how incredible it is. The figure's fantastic. I guess it's rooted hair and so on. Wicked. Clamshell card. Ask Jason if he has more. And it was very affordable. Pot cookies. All right, let me get some stuff for you guys. I'll show you. Give me 1 second. I'll pull it together. Hang on. These are the Joes. I will show you the Joes in a moment. That's okay. The Wolfman figures. I will show you those. Give you guys a nice flavor of what we got here. All right, people. Let me show you some shit. Let me show you some stuff. Hang on. Ah, okay. Let's see. What do we got? Got all kinds of shit, people. All kinds of good shit. All right. So, couple things first. Sorry about that. Bog Monster. White Elephant Toyz. I went out and bought this. He did not send me this, just so you know. The Frightful Mummy. He comes in the bloody version. See, he's glow in the dark. Let's see if I can get him out without wrecking the box. Can never find shit when you need it. You know what I mean? There we go. Okay, so I'll bring him out. This is the bloody version. They have two versions. They have the bloody version, and they have the non-bloody version. If you don't buy both, you're banned. Just kidding. They have the bloody version. I love that they put the mummy's arm in the sling. Okay, there was a like the Aurora model. Also, like there's an Azrak Hamway version of the mummy with that. He's got the glow feet. He's got the glow hands. Jason said the hands are actually styled or taken from the Aurora model monster. I don't know if he like directly molded them, but he said they were meant to look like the Aurora model monster hands. So there's two in our series. Okay, hang tight. Put this guy down. These are the Wily Wolfman. These were done, at least a Wily Wolfman, if I have the name right. These were done by Plastic Zombie Toys with Jason and David. And like I said, Jason's doing it now. Glow in the dark. But you can see from this box down at the bottom, the Wolfman. And there he is right there. Now, I'm not taking him out of the baggie, but this is the glow in the dark version. Okay. Glow in the dark hands and feet. Love this figure. I really love this because that is a Lincoln International Wolfman head that's been repurposed into this. And then they have the non-glow version. I'm a glow-in-the-dark fan. I'm a Michael Bolton fan. But you must really like him. What's your favorite song? I guess you could say I like them all. Okay, so there you go. There's the Wolfman. The non-glow version. And like I said, if anybody, they have special hands. It's hard to see in there. They have Wolfman clawed hands and feet. They're not just regular human stuff. If I remember correctly, I placed the first order for these things. And for those of you that are jumping and saying, but I had issues. Yes, I know. Jason is fully aware what happened. He's been fixing it for a lot of people. And I'm not gonna make excuses for him, but Jason has done everything he can and still working on getting people, either their figures. Actually, I think everybody's taken care of now. I'm not sure. I think he said so. But yeah, there were some issues. It was part of logistics, who had the figures and who was actually able to ship them and so on. And it's sad that happened. It really is. It sucks. It's not a good thing, but Jason is on the up and up. Jason has stepped up. He's got figures all ready to go. There's no waiting on the mummies. There's no waiting on the bog monsters. They're all here sitting in his possession, not in what used to be his partner's possession where he couldn't get to them. We also have the Graveyard Geeks. I want to show you the gruesome, eerie, elusive Kid Zanies. That's white. This is series 2. That's White Elephant and the Fan of the Opera. And as you can see, working in conjunction with Brent Stahls. Brent actually made, I guess, rubbery versions of them, which came from the Tomlin monsters, the 2.5-inch figures. Series 2, the green versions. These are hard plastic, guys. These are hard plastic. They're like Army Men or something, but thicker and definitely more detailed. Series 1, which is the Wolfman, which you see over. I just showed you, and the Mummy. And these are from the Tomlin molds, working in conjunction with Brent Stahls, and they also have them in green. Okay, you guys with me? What am I missing? This commercial break. Sanchez, did you do the Preparation H commercial today? Let's see. Let me see. Come to Migo Like. We have edibles. Fantastic. Almost 2 years of being. Wow. Non-smoking. That's fantastic. That's fantastic, Coy. Very, very good. Very, very good. Keep it up. Smoking is tough, man. It's tough. Very good. Very good. I'm glad to see you're on the up and up. I love those, but you love those boxes. Okay, good. Of course, of course. He's awesome. When I miss this commercial break is brought to you by Melloground Inflatables. They have the perfect gifts for all. We inflate anything, including your ego. I heard that AI copied Aurora models. John, that's an excellent topic to bring up. Did AI copy Aurora models? Oh, they stole that shit right off of them, bro. They stole that shit right off. It's so ridiculously obvious. But it was the 70s, man. Everybody was just doing whatever the fuck they wanted. Matter of fact, I think one of the few cases where somebody actually went after someone is when Mego went after Azrak Hamway for the Planet of the Apes stuff. They made their Action 8 Man, and Mego went after them. And that was one of the few times that anybody ever really gave a shit, because the Tomlin monsters, which you may see over there, all those zany characters down there, there's a coloring book there. Actually, it's right. I'm trying to do this so you guys could see it. It's in the middle behind there. That coloring book I also got from Jason Schiermeyer. I bought that. Inside there, the card art for some of those Tomlins came right out of that coloring book. They literally stole it. They even stole the writing right off the coloring book page. It's ridiculous. People did all kinds of fucked up shit. It was the 70s, baby. That's all there is to it. 70s. Yeah. Give me some disco stuff or whatever. All right. So let me show you. We're going to go back in time a little bit. We're going to go back to, this was about what? The 2012, 2000 something, 2014, 15, I think. I'm going to take you back in time. And I'm going to thank Brent Sorensen because he sold them to me. He reached out to me and loved these things. These are, well, we're talking about the kind of stuff that Jason's putting out now. These were kind of where these guys kind of got started, and some of the way they got to practice with some stuff before they got into the professional stuff they're doing today. So the Castaway Action Team. This is an 8-inch flocked G.I. Joe Adventure Team figure. Even the Action Team logo is kind of close that they did there. See it? See right there? Castaway Toys. And there's the back. That real cool, old school G.I. Joe style Adventure Team. I'm just about sure everybody over the age of 50, 47 maybe, had some kind of vintage flocked head Adventure Team G.I. Joe, maybe a painted head. This is the space guy. He's blonde. Or the astronaut, I guess, the space guy. Is that a space guy? Yeah, he's got a helmet. He's got a M16 in there. We've got, here we go. This is the, Sanchez could do these better than me because Sanchez knows this car got a little bit, the bubble got a little messed up, but these are clamshells. I don't think they do them anywhere. They have lifelike hair. That's kind of that. There's the, another blonde. These are just badass. I love these things. And the last one, just really, really cool. Really, really cool. Here's the last one. Now, the one thing about these guys, I forgot to tell you, they have a rubbery kung fu grip style hand. Gripping hands, they call it. Gripping hands. It was rubbery. So it wasn't just like one of those plastic Mego hands. It's a rubbery hand. So you could stick a gun in there and have a rubbery hand. A rubbery hand. So those are my collection. When I'm dead, I told Brian Sanchez he can have them. That's it. Or him and Gates have to fight it out. You guys are going to have to slug it out in there, if you will. I prefer Rod Stewart over Michael Bolton. Yeah, I was doing a little reference from The Office. We like to throw shit in there once in a while. What was the rock band Michael Bolton sang in the 70s? I have no idea. I don't really know Michael Bolton. I was just doing that segment from The Office, from the movie, Office Space, not The Office, Office Space. Are they like muscle figures? No, these are hard plastic. They're hard. Well, are they? Yeah, they're a little flexible, but they're hard plastic. Muscle figures are rubber. These are, you can see how tall they are. They're 2.5 inches tall. They're actually modeled after, or taken from, the Tomlin 2.5-inch monsters that they put out, which are wicked rare, very expensive, very, very expensive. Very expensive. I think Hyler has them on his Plaid Stallions page somewhere. John, if you're over there looking, they may be there. Let's see. Licensing in the 70s was ridiculously lax. Yeah, today it's a nightmare. I agree, Dean. You're right. With the Captain Action head. Yep. Absolutely. They actually made they made a 8-inch version of Captain Action and Dr. Evil. Yeah, they made that in Castaway. It was crazy. I wish I'd gotten that. I saw it, but it went for way too much money. Couldn't afford it. Just couldn't afford it. He can't afford it. He can't afford it. He can't afford it. And his father's an alcoholic. Actually, that's true. It's from Eddie Murphy Delirious, but that's actually true. My father was an alcoholic. Those are awesome. I noticed the Office Space. Oh, you did get it. All right, good. I don't have those, but once I raid your Toyota, I will. Sanchez, when I'm dead, if you just kill me. You and Gates can fight it out, but I think you can get here faster than Danny, so you'll probably be all right. Bruce Kulick played guitar in the band. He later was in Kiss in the late 90s. Wow. That's crazy. Eddie Murphy, that's right. Eddie Murphy. Ice cream! Ice cream! Ma, throw down some change. Get yourself a banana cone, get your father toasted on a bar, and bring back my change. Yeah, I love that. I almost saw him live. I was in high school when he did that. And we went to get tickets. Oh, I say almost, meaning we took the action to go get tickets. It opened at 9 o'clock. You had to go get in line. By 9:15, sold out. There's not a ticket to buy. It was crazy. Absolutely crazy. So let's get back to what we're doing. So if you haven't checked out your White Elephant Toyz, I'll bring the Lilith figure down again for those of you guys who don't have one. And I believe Jason does ship to Canada. Actually, I know he does. Lilith, ask him. Here she is on the back. Nice. They made this Murderous Maidens, Vampire Bride. I love this. Adult collectible recommended for ages 15 and up. Actually, I could take her out of the clamshell. Hang tight. See if I can open it up without dicking it up. I'm not skilled like Sanchez in the arts of war. Come on, baby, open up. All right, I'm not opening it up. It's a clamshell I can't open, so I'm not fucking with it. Anyway, there's Lilith. There she is. She's fantastic. The action team. Get your bog monster. Get your bog monster. Now, these guys will sit really, really cool on your monster collection or with your A-High figures or your Lincoln monsters or so on. It's the bloody version. I also have the non-bloody version. Me, I don't know. I like the bloody version. I think it reminds me a little more of the A-High, but both are cool because I just love them. And Sanchez, of course. My Atomic Mike Power. All right. So any questions at this point? Because right now we're going to have a quiz. I hope everybody was paying attention. Quiz time. Just kidding. I make a joke. Just kidding. I make a joke. I'll get these back in here. All right. I have my old school stand-up Jerry Seinfeld. Wow. Look at this. Jerry Seinfeld at Foxwood. Is he still funny like he used to be? Does he do the same kind of comedy? I watched that Comedians in Cars a little bit. It wasn't really my thing. Like I thought his show was hilarious. I actually thought it was funnier when Howard Stern used to make fun of him because he was dating, he was like 35 and dating like a 16-year-old or some shit, or Shoshana. Oh, yeah, he didn't like that. Jerry Seinfeld was not happy about those jokes. He took that very, very seriously. I found that a lot, Howard Stern, when after other comedians to talk to them, they didn't really appreciate jokes that were on them. Leslie Nielsen, I think Stuttering John interviewed Leslie Nielsen. The first thing he asked him is, are your pubes white also? And he's like, he didn't even smile. He was just pissed off and walked away. So there you go. There you go. All right, what else am I looking at? I watched a YouTube review of Lilith months back. Yeah, she's a great figure. You can reach out to Jason. I don't know if he has any more, Dean, to be honest with you. But I'm sure, I know his wife does a lot with the female figures. So I'm pretty sure if you really want one, I'm not going to speak for Jason, but I'm pretty sure you could probably manage one, or he could manage one for you, if you will. Make Johnny happy. Don't open it. Too late. Johnny has At this point, Johnny's just losing his shit. I believe we're sending Johnny a straight jacket for Christmas because everybody keeps opening their shit between Max, myself, Sanchez. Everybody open their stuff. Dr. Durant opening things up has just sent Johnny over the deep end, and they don't have enough medicine to calm him down. It's just too much. It's too much of a strain on his heart. You just sort of say, no. Let's see. I have a mic power. Power! Not the S. I got yelled at for that. Mic power. I just need 3 to 4 more in the UK version. Well, Brian Sanchez, sometimes dreams do come true. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, look at this empire I've built. Look at this room filled with fabulous prizes. Oh my God, too much. Open it. The Lilith? It's a clamshell, and I was opening it, but I'm afraid. Oh, you know what? Fucking idiot. Hang on. So I get it open. Hang on. Try to do it without fucking up. Yeah, there we go. I'm an idiot. I was pulling it from the wrong corner. Okay. I will open it just for you, Mr. Verge. Here's your card. It's thick, but I don't want to fingerprint it all up. So I'm Italian, greasy fingers. Here is Lilith. She still has her tape on her head. She has her tape on her head. She looks a little bit, she's got big breastises like Elvira. I hope this is not a kid show, by the way. Big breastises. There you go. Does anybody know where that's from? The big breastises? No. Oh, she's got high heels on. And Living Color was, what the hell was his name? Was it David Allen Greer? She got big breastises. He was so funny. That guy was great. Absolutely great. Okay, Major Mike Power. Thank you. Major Mike Power. Thank you. Good room with no sunlight. Perfect. Yeah. Only a little bit. And it only covers the Legos. You better have some damn good home insurance. I have no home insurance. If I find the place burnt down, I'm going to be really pissed off. Lou has an attack cat and hamster. That's true. There's a cat upstairs. She's literally a scaredy cat. The hamsters chase her, which is really funny. Got to watch for the wardrobe misfunction. Watch for which wardrobe misfunction? On Lilith? That one? John, which one? I'm not sure. Have to put up there. Your comments, I think, show up about 10, 15 seconds after you post them, so I might be a little behind. But yeah, so anyway, so that's that. So just want to kind of show this stuff. If you guys haven't subscribed to the My Amigo Like channel, you don't have to, but you can if you like. It's always fun. You never know what kind of zany shit's going to happen next. But yeah, we got to go. Now I have to go figure out where to find some room. Shit is bleeding over. And I had a long discussion with Danny Gates the other night till 4:30 in the morning about where to make room. And he's telling me, pack away the Micro Machine Star Wars figures. Oh, it's heartbreaking. That's one thing in my collection I had from when I first had my first marriage. I still have them. So that was, 25 years ago, I guess. Oh, her dress pops open. Nice. Her dress pops open. Fantastic. Nice. Big breastises. Yes. She got her, it pops up. Listen, I'm all right with that. If the action figure's showing a little tang, what can you do? Some guys need a credit card in order to see that. Here we do it for free. All right, guys. So that's what we have for today. Hope you guys had a nice time. Hope you guys had fun. One of these days, I'm going to start off like, hi. Thanks for joining me here on my toy channel. Today, we're going to talk about toys. Do you like toys too? Or some Mr. Rogers shit. We'll have to do that one day. And then probably somebody who's never been on it before will be like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? All right, I got to go get this shit put away. I got to get it all put back together. Wow. What a mess. Every time I do this, the room becomes messier. It was lovely. It was lovely. Yes. 'Tis good, mate. Very good. All right. All right. I'm going to go get my shit together, put this shit away. Oh, wait a minute. So hold on. Last announcements. Don't forget Monday, 7:30 Eastern. We're doing a live with Jason Shearmeyer so he can talk about all of his stuff, whatever he wants to talk about. If he wants to talk about Lilith, he wants to talk about Super Joe, whatever he's doing, White Elephant, whatever he wants, it's up to him. Old, new, it's his choice. He's going to speak. But I made a mention that we got a special project going on for this group, a very special project, very special. And there's some really, really good talent working on it. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm just going to fucking torture you. I'm going to be like, and New Me go, hey, look, we're going to show you a picture of a pinky. It's of what's to come. It's like, just show what the fuck you're selling, for Christ's sake. But no, we're doing something very, very cool. We're coming up with lots of good ideas. We're going to plant probably Easter eggs all over the place. See how that goes. And for those of you guys that are in the Secret Santa, try and get your stuff out by the 12th, please, if you can. You don't have to. Just let me know so I can update people. I know some of you guys did your shit already. You're on your way. For those of you who haven't, no problem. You got time. We're just trying to get everybody by Christmas, and try not to tell your person that, because we're going to try and do a whole list of who got what and let everybody figure it out and see what goes on. All right. Yeah, I think that's it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are out of here. Go get not your Venom figures. Go get your White Elephant Toyz mummy. Get your White Elephant Toyz bog monster. Your frightful fiends. Don't forget your graveyard geeks, the gruesome, eerie, elusive kid zombies, which actually that was clever. Whoever came up with that, I give you credit. That was clever. And keep collecting. I'm going to steal Ray Castile's saying, because I love Ray Castile. He's fantastic. He's one of the coolest toy collectors ever. And all in his honor, Ray at the end of his videos says, just remember, he who dies with the most toys is dead. I love that. It's fantastic. Ray is the man. Ray is the reason that I have initially started collecting all these crazy knockoffs, the Tomlins, the Ahighs, and the Lincolns. So can never give enough props to Ray. Really, the guy is just fantastic. Plus, what he does for his professional level, bravo to him. Bravo to him. He's a really good human being. He really is. Really like the guy. All right, guys. Everybody stay out of trouble. Ready? It's a 1, 2. Hold on. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Peace, bitches.